Hey everybody, it's Rick OShay playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on again. We've got a big one today. I think we've got a whole lot of tokens to pull, over 50 to 60 some tokens overall, plus character levels from those results. But I also wanted to talk about supports and how they affect you in the game, what supports you have, how to level them up with red ISO. And today's kind of a big deal. This is the first day I've ever been at a balance of over 3 million in red ISO 8. I do have supports that can be leveled up, but most of my good ones are capped out already. So I hope the developers have bigger plans on earning more supports in the future. I also wanted to cover, while we're waiting on other parts of the game to roll forward, like the lightning rounds, I'm going to show you how to jump in and get some easy placement rewards. No matter how big your roster is, you can get some quick playthrough in the lightning rounds. They're on the versus side of the game, and just like PvP, but basically they just run for an hour and a half out of the 2 hour block between Tuesday and Thursdays. So we'll check that out. Let's start in the lightning round and just get rolling. We'll do our tokens, and we'll talk a lot more about the supports. So when you click on the lightning round, that's when it actually loads for you and puts you into a group of people competing in the same bracket. You hit that button here, you'll see that if you click on the stats, you're not on this leaderboard yet because they haven't played a match yet, but you're assigned to a certain group of players. And if you jump in early, this lightning round literally opened and began about 2 minutes ago. So it's 2 minutes after the top of the hour. And this is a seed team. This is a very beginning, low level, 1 star, mostly comprised of 1 star seed team. And then there, of course, you have the essential 3 star character. That's a star of this round. It happens to be Daredevil. For 1 week, it's heroes. For the next week, it's villains, and it goes from different characters, mostly the older heroes like Cap, Iron Man, Daredevil, 3 star Gamora, and such. Okay, so when the lightning round opens, what you want to do is pull up the first team so that you have made sure that you loaded all the seeds all the way around. Why? The reason you get seeding teams is because this thing just started. There's not a lot of other players like you. Nobody has a score yet, so the system has to build available targets for everyone who starts this thing, and it just seeds them. So that's great because these guys are very low level. Let's just start in with a team. What I like to do when I face the seed teams is, now it's going to preload my maximum 3 star Daredevil, but you can click on the system provided level 60 Daredevil, and then I just like to run Thanos with him to get this thing over with. You can definitely run a 3 star Thanos. He's big enough to take this over in a few moves. And then I just pick a character that I wouldn't mind taking a little bit of damage from the court death that Thanos provides. You'll see why I do this in a second. You start the match, and you just move over to an easy opponent so that they're down in 1 turn, and court death takes out everyone, and the match is over. Quick victory. It took 1 move, and you get a tiny bit of ISO. That's not a big deal, but the rewards can be pretty good, so we'll take a look at that. And sometimes you get some decent bonuses. If you need ISO 8, lightning rounds are about the best way to earn ISO 8 when you have time to play them. Definitely helped me get from the 3 star to the 4 star tiers built up a little more quickly than other people that just don't always have time to play. So let's check it out. In the reward structure, I just played the first battle. That's fine, and it quickly goes up to 250 and then 300 and such. Don't worry too much about the progression rewards. They're pretty small, but the placement is pretty cool. If you've looked at these before, you're like, wow, well, there's just no way to get these top rankings. They are a little competitive, but they're not that bad. And here's what I want to say. It's very, very easy to get a top 100 placement in each lightning round. And I usually go for top 50 just to get those 2 heroic tokens. That's the main thing I'm going for, not so much the ISO anymore, but it was a big deal to try to go for top 25 some time ago. And of course, I've gotten, you know, top 8. When you have time to really compete, you can do it. And it doesn't cost you a lot with shields either. So we'll see. I'm going to play a few more of these seed teams to quickly get our score up at 30 plus each. It only takes a second. You hit the button. I like to flip over to an easy opponent. Make sure it's over right away. And hey, sometimes I do this at work while I'm actually working and just reach over, click a button, and keep going. It doesn't really cost you any real time to slow you down. Unless the boss walks in. Just kidding. Not finding a good spot for this. Here we go. So we'll just play a couple seed teams, and I just want to show you how to start and the strategy for what I do for floating, because this thing takes an hour and a half. And so floating means sitting on your point balance and just kind of waiting until this thing gets closer to ending. So they run for an hour and a half. Like I said, this thing just started a few minutes ago, and I've got 101 points. Sometimes I sit there. Sometimes if I still have more seed teams, if you start early, you could get as many as 10 seed teams. That's enough to take your points. Points go down a little bit each battle, but you can get up to about usually over 200 points just from seed teams. And as far as placement goes, to get a top 50 placement in lightning rounds, you really only need about 280 points or more. Sometimes it's 300, 320, but it's worth it. So let's just bang through a couple more of these really quickly, and then we'll go into our tokens and supports discussion. And really important thing is coming up here. So we've got 128. This is the time where I think it's probably fine to do it. We'll fight one more seed team. This time I'm going to leave my actual Daredevil, and let's just go to a team that's decent on defense. And do you know what that means by on defense? Well, that means this is a team that when other real players like me are searching for people to battle, this team that I'm going to win with is the one that they come across when they decide to fight or skip. So it's kind of hard to explain sometimes, but the last team you used to win a battle is very, very much likely to be the team that is out there when people search for fights. Okay? So we've got more seed teams, and I just want to show you if you skip a couple off. I usually don't want to skip them off, but I just want to show you. There, I hit skip twice, and now we're at real player teams. And I'll leave him there. We've got a couple more seeds I'll come back to for easy points. But once I get to about the 100 to 150 point level, I'll wait and come back, because the shields can be really important here. I do use shields. They only cost 50 hero points for a 15-minute shield, more for longers and longer shields. And so what you want to decide is, do I have time to come back and climb until the clock ticks down to 0 and see what my placement is? Or I can come back with, say, 19 minutes remaining. If you can time it out. You can't always time it out, and I fail a lot even to come back. But say, for example, there's 19 minutes remaining. I want to do 2-3 more fights, and then at 13 minutes left in the whole event, I'll throw up a 50 hero point shield, guarantee myself a top 50 position. Don't hit a shield now, Rick. And guarantee yourself with a top 50 position with about 300 points. 280 or so is what I shoot for. And hey, I've done very little work, and I've got 2 heroics built up. So we'll go through the rest of the video now and come back at the end of this time frame and show you what we do to close out a lightning round. We'll let it sit and float now that we've put out a pretty tough team, including Jessica Jones and Beta Ray Bill. There's a decent chance I'll get attacked there, but that's okay. All right, so we want to go into our supports. Let's do our tokens first, and then we're going to come back to supports, because what we're going to do here is flip through my supports, talk about what you guys might have, look at the ones that I don't have leveled up yet. There's a number of them that aren't quite maxed. Most of my 3 stars and up are maxed out. For leveling, I've put in all the red ISO I can, but we're going to spend over 1 million red ISO on all the rest of these supports that I just haven't leveled up yet, because I don't use them a lot, but I decided let's do it. We'll max them out now that we hit 3 mil. But we'll do that in a bit. We got a lot of heroic tokens because I played a lot of the lightning rounds over the last couple of days. Let's start at the back of our token list, and we'll do each store as we go. Now check this out, Northstar and friends. How was the Northstar versus event for you guys? I thought it was a lot of fun. He himself doesn't do a lot of damage, doesn't contribute to the team that way, but I found his black ability and blue ability, mostly his blue, was really pretty fun and clever. So I kind of like the guy. I really wish he would have been designed with a lot more damage or ways to set up more damage. But pretty tactical character, so I like him so far. And that said, we'll take a quick stop here for just a second. I want to show you him on my roster. I don't have his blue ability, so when I played his blue, I had to use the loner, the version that they give you to play. And yeah, I didn't get his blue cover, so I did add in his 3 yellow, and I leveled him up to 168. But we don't have running early, his blue ability, and because of that, that's the big deal in this vault. The vault contains Northstar, but only his black cover at random. It's always random what color you'll get of the 4 stars that are presented in here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend some hero points and reset the vault just to see if it'll reload his color away from black. I really hate spending 400 hero points to do that, but I got a rough build on him. Let's see if we can get lucky and hit the reset. The whole vault will spin. Oh man, and it went back to black. What a rough deal. It did, however, rotate Vulture in here. That's interesting. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to do it again, and just watch. It's either going to be black or yellow, but if it goes blue, that'd be pretty cool. Let's reset the vault again. Oh man, this feels expensive. Come on, luck. And it went to blue. That was cool. Okay, and Vulture's out. Mr. F is in here. That's hopefully that 800 hero points is worth it. It seems like it's not, but we'll see. We've got 13 tokens, plus we'll do a daily draw. Let's go. Definitely in store for some 2 stars here, but can we get any of those 4 stars with all these draws? Got a 3-star Spidey. And a Vision. A lot of Vision in here, by the way, as he was the required 3-star character for the last event. Or is it the current event? Current. Got a Mystique there. Do the last draw for today, and it's another Vision, not too bad. So we've got 2 days and 2 hours, and so here's what I'm going to do. We spent so much already on this vault. Now that we got the blue lined up for Northstar, we're gonna do a 40 pack. Hopefully this is a fun surprise for you guys. I want to bring in the viewer luck. This will be a good chance. With 14 results pulled out, there are 66 remaining items in the whole vault. We're going to do a 40 pack. So 40 out of 66 odd. 40 out of 66 is the likelihood that we're going to get that Northstar. It's roughly that percentage of likelihood. It's a little bit lower than that, or better than that actually. since the number reduces as we go. We're going to do the 40 pack, guys. Let's get the viewer luck ready and see if we can get any of these 3 4-star results, including and also the legendary token, and hit it. Ouch, that's expensive. Starting off really well with the beginner support token. We'll get back into supports in a little bit. Let's hit the fast forward to the next items of the 40 pack are the legendary, another support, very good, and the 3 stars are rolling hot. Come on, let's root for the 4s. Got a Hulk. Rocket and Groot. I haven't seen a 4-star yet, guys. Mr. Fantastic, Spidey, Punisher, and a couple more 3s. Oh, wow. Well, the Spidey 2099 result is awesome. The legendary token is awesome. And we have... oh man, we have 2 more days to see how this goes. What do I want to do? I don't think I want to do a 10-pack, although you only get a discount once per day. It's just been so expensive so far. I really am not a buy the vault out kind of guy very often, but... let's think about that. We're going to wait and see if we can hit that Northstar in my next video. But we did okay on that 40 pack, didn't we? Fun regardless. Okay, let's finish this out. Got a few Infinite Pursuit. Well, there's a Luke Cage 4-star. I hit the button too quick to see that it was a 4-star blinking emblem. Now we're doing pretty well with the viewer luck, guys. And another Electra. Man, we're going to have a lot of champion reward levels to add in. Here we are in the supports store. And now we're up to 57 total beginner level draws. And the beginner tokens will earn you a 1 in 50 chance at a 4-star, a 4-tier support. And these are pretty good. The reason I'm not going to pull them yet, I think I'll wait till the next time this thing resets, is that a number of these I happen to have the 4-star version of. And the Kamoyo beads, the Lucky Dog, and a couple others are already doing pretty well. So I think I need to wait and not do the draws yet. We'll let those save up for next time. And this store resets with the PvP season. So right about every 4 weeks. We'll come back to that. We'll talk more about supports in general, but let's get through the rest of our tokens here. We have a bunch of heroics to pull, 11 elites. Let's try to get about 3 gold from the quick claim. When I say gold level, I mean there, Mystique. Wow, 4 in a row. You guys are running hot tonight. What was that? Mystique, Magneto, Storm, and Kamala, I think, wasn't it? That was great. Good job. Now we're down to 30 heroic tokens. A lot of tokens today. We're going to save that 10x draw for later since we have so many single pulls. And at 1 in 30, 1 in 16 odds, the 30 total tokens means I bet we're going to get a 4-star almost for sure, and maybe even 2. Let's go. If we get a 4-star, guys, I want you to put your guess down in the comments to see if you can predict who it's going to be. I know a couple guys have their favorite choices. What's yours? I'm going to go ahead and guess. Oh, and there's a 4-star. We got it already. Man, blazing hot viewer luck today. I'm going to guess 4-star Iron Fist. Seems pretty cool that we've been hot on 3-star Elektra, and we got 4-star Luke Cage, so that would make sense. And go. It's 4-star Worthy Cap. That is a really nice hit. Let's claim that one. 25 more tokens. I think we're going to hit another 4. I'm going to keep my guess. If you predicted worthy cap, let me know. Oh, we got a 4, and it's Valkyrie. I gotta build up a little bit of the excitement by letting that emblem blink more than once. Got the 2 4-stars already. Now, to be fair, I mean, we've ran lucky tonight, there's no doubt, but in the last couple of videos, the heroic section alone has been a little bit lower on the general luck, so now we're making up for it, I think. I think. Another one? Now that's getting ridiculous. Let's count this one down in 3, 2, 1. Peggy Carter. Very good result for her. She's been boosted lately. 3-star cap. Seems like we're on a theme here. Avengers theme continues with Hot Guy. And another cap. Don't change a thing. Can we get more gold out of the last 10 tokens? Yeah. Falcon, nice hit. Trying to get back and done with this so we can end out with the supports and then come back to the lightning round. And the daily single draw is gold. Another Hot Guy. That was really, really good token run tonight, guys. Thank you very much. It makes me feel like we should pull some latest legends, but we're not set to do that yet. Let's go and level up our characters. Over 200 total rewards. I'll do the 2-star here, the 2 stars here now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pause it so you don't have to watch and wait for that. Okay, I leveled up all the 2 stars, and it looks like I'm almost out of time, less than a day on the 2-star Captain Marvel. So check this out. Let's go over here to the 2 stars, and you'll see that she's my only character above my Max Champion Bagman. Let's go ahead and let her go, and we'll rebuild her up after this. And there we go. Check it out. That's pretty funny. Bagmen are my highest level 2-star characters, and I need to roster the 4th one, the 4th version of him soon. Let's go back to Carol, level her up really quickly, and pretty much just re-champion her so that we get done and ready for the next time she's required. There we go. Okay. And just a day left on Bagman. You know what? Alright, I'll spend the hero points. We've been spending hero points like crazy. Let's get this guy rostered once again. Couple of purple. Blue and just 1 yellow. Alright. 4th Bagman is rostered. Nice. Let's get into our 3 stars and get done. 45 3 stars. Electra's getting some pretty big rewards here at level 265. It's shards for 4-star Electra and a legendary token coming up next. Couple of cap. Duplicate Kamal is coming along now. Iceman shards. 4-star Iceman from Mystique is great. Look like Emma Frost shards from Cyclops. We've got plenty of shards here to cash in a level on Rocket and Groot with 4-star Rocket and Groot shards next. X23 shards next there. Oh, this is great with vision. Perfect timing to hit the level 183, which gives a 4-star Wasp cover. Yondu shards from Star-Lord. And at level 223 are probably enough shards to level up the 4-star character. Scarlet Witch earns Wiccan shards. I think you might know the connection there. And there we go. I'll finally get lazy and roster my duplicates, get done being lazy and roster those dupes again soon. Where are we at with 4 stars? 12 of them. Here's Wasp with command points. 7 CP. Peggy Carter. 7 CP. Valkyrie gets a bunch of hero points, 100, with shards for 5-star Gladiator Thor coming up next. Worthy Cap, I just need to decide if I really want to keep leveling him up. If you get him too high, he's harder to trigger against 5-star character match damage, and definitely 4-star character. I'll probably just keep him going. I don't use him a whole lot in that way, but I do some. Elektra gets a level, and also another one from shards, 349. 350 is a legendary. There's our lucky hit on Luke Cage for 7 CP. Spidey 2099 from that crazy run in that store hits level 295, and Mr. F from there as well for 10 command points. See how it's all expensive, but I guess kind of worth it. And Gwenpool just got these covers from PvP that ended, and 8 command points for the next level. Can we be done? I think we're done. Up to 2776 CP, and I need to roster Rocket and Groot soon. Okay, so the lightning round has still over an hour left. We'll check back, and there's just really nothing to do until the time frame dwindles down. Let's look at these supports. So we've got 3 million in supports, and I've spent a bunch on the 4-star supports that I have already. Let's just, let's see. I have 41 of all of the supports. There's 54 in total, but of that 54 in total, 6 of them are the Infinity Stones that are nearly impossible to gain unless you get first place out of total points in the entire PvP season. Of course, I have a couple of friends that are like amazing at this game, and they have the stones, and that's great. I really would like to, you know, someday have a shot at them, but they're pretty amazing what they can do for you. So I'm considering those 6 are pretty much out of the realm of possibility. So that means I have 41 out of, you know, 48 total available supports, really. Yeah, I think I was doing that math correctly. So out of the ones that I have, you know, and let me know if you have some of these that are shadowed, because I don't have them. Even Stormbreaker would be a cool one, and a lot of people like that Chewy. I don't know if you can see him on the video as well as I can. You can click on the ones you don't have and read them. But by the way, really quickly, if you click on a support that you don't own, make sure you realize it shows you the 5-star level 250 features. Okay, it shows you the fully leveled features when you click on them. So don't fool yourself into thinking that's how they start out. But let's scroll to the beginning here. We've got I happen to own, let's see, let's go here. I own no 5-star supports. We can go to the 4s, and here we go. 5 4-star supports. They're really pretty good, actually. Just a really quick rundown. I don't have to go through every single stat here, but I really like the ones that boost match damage on certain colors. Hulkling on rank 1 increases green match damage by 90. That's great on my 5-star characters, but even on, say, for example, a Crash of the Titans, and you have a character that uses green and they're a 4-star, you can assign a support in the crashes and give yourself 90 match damage on top of what they're doing. This support happens to be designed for Wiccan, but I basically assign it to whoever it works on to get that green match damage and the chance to fortify on rank 3. That's pretty good. Let's check out a couple of the other supports. Hydra Henchman. This is an interesting support. I like it. It's lucky that it's level 4. So you'll see that rank 1 has a chance to fortify special tiles, including countdowns. And rank 2 boosts match damage on black. Rank 4 is green. And so what that is perfect for is putting on my 5-star Thanos, since I use him in PvE a lot. Supports are only usable in the story mode side of the game, PvE only. They are not usable in versus. Maybe someday they will, but some supports would be way advantageous to have in versus. So I do like the Hydra Henchman mostly on any green-black user, and like I said, on Thanos. I happen to have Kimoyo Beads at level 4, so I've leveled it all the way up, and it has plus 90 match damage on blue, good for any blue user. And then the rank 3 perk's kind of cool. If you do match blue, you have a chance to gain 2 blue additional. That's, you know, pretty cool for someone who uses a cheap blue ability like Beta Ray Bill, like Hawkeye, you know, whatever. And the synergy perk here is designed for, let me think, who is that designed for? I think it's assigned for, it works with any hero, and you have to pay attention to the supports if they can work for any hero, any villain, only Avengers, and that kind of thing. 4-star level Korg, I do have it assigned to my Gladiator Thor, and this is one I'm not going to level up. I could level it up to 200 and spend 255 red ISO. I don't plan to do it because it adds a lot of strength with rank 4 here onto match damage on yellow. If you think about it, I use Thor plenty in PvE, but I also use Okoye with Thor a lot in PvE. I don't want Thor to have a stronger match damage on yellow, or he will be up front to take incoming damage from the enemy unless she's tanking yellow. So I've got it leveled up as high as it can go without making him over tank her on yellow, if that makes sense. And some other cool features, it does boost his health a little bit, and the synergy perk is whenever he fires a power, it places a strength 70 protect tile. So kind of cool there. I'm not going to level that one up. And then Lucky the Pizza Dog, I haven't leveled this one up. It basically has great synergies for Kate Bishop, and you know, I use her some, but not a whole lot since I am more of a 5-star player. But the ranks really don't add a lot for me to anyone, so I haven't leveled this one up so far. But guess what? Today's the day. We've got the red ISO. Let's do it. We're going to spend 387,301 on leveling this up to maximum, and now we've done it. I don't know if I'm going to be real comfortable in doing that, but so the reason that this would be, it doesn't add match damage on any colors. That's why it's not super useful to me. And it increases special tiles if you already have them, if you do certain things. And so maybe I'll find someone that works well with, but so far it's just leveled up because I had ISO, red ISO laying around. Let's look at the 3 stars. These are really pretty useful for the most part. I'm not going to go through each one, but I have maxed them to the point where the useful ones are maxed up pretty well. Out of this group, the one I like the most is, one of them that I like the most is Element Guns, the Quad Blasters. It can be assigned to any character, so that's great. I really wish I had rank 4 and 5 here, but anyway at rank 3. It does add match damage to yellow, and if you happen to equip it to Star-Lord, it has some more features that way. But I like the rank 1 also, where if the supported character fires a power, there's a chance to get a reasonable strength attack tile. So I have this very often assigned to Kitty Pryde, and if you have her with Rocket and Groot with the strike tiles, you fire a power, you get an attack tile. Every time this small attack tile hits the enemy, it carries all that strike tile damage with it. Pretty cool. So element guns works for anybody, but yellow and purple users, it's probably best. And the Royal Talon Fighter is probably the most awesome support to have if you have Okoye on your team. It's really, really good with the first few ranks are great, but the synergy perk is absolutely amazing. Or wait, let's see. The rank 3 is where it's at. It's basically there's a chance to do team damage whenever Okoye fires a power of 1200, and that would be great on its own, but guess what? Okoye adds her Wakanda Forever, or whatever it's called, her black passive ability, automatic additional damage to that team damage perk. So you fire her yellow ability where it just heals her and adds team up to the board. It could have a chance to do team damage, and it's not always 1200, it's sometimes 5000 or 10,000 or whatever team damage. It's crazy. And then the synergy perk where it reduces the cost of her abilities can be great. Her yellow can go from 7 to 5 at a cost, and her red can go from 11 down to 9. So if I play her with Thor, his red usually costs 9. It's better to play Okoye's in that case a lot of times. So that's a really, really good support. And then just about the last one I think I'll touch on here. Surprisingly, this pocket radio that's designed for Dazzler is crazy match damage. Most of these match damage increases are about 60 to 90. This one, even at rank 1, well, you can't get it as high as this without being at rank 3, but at level 150, they can add 247 match damage to red and green matches. That's really big difference for 5 stars, let alone you add this to a 4-star character in Crash of the Titans, and they are an absolute monster. So that's a really cool support if you have had any of those. And I do like a couple of these others. This one I'll just touch on really quickly. It's kind of cool. The main thing I like is if you get a match 4, it will automatically add a protect tile to the board. That can be useful for a lot of different characters, and on from there. So all my 3 stars I have leveled up to maximum, I think, right? Yep. So nothing to do there in the 3s. Let's look at the 2s. I'm not going to talk much about the 2s. I'm looking forward on some of these to increase their perks to level 3 perks, but just haven't gotten that lucky, and I've been saving my tokens. So what we're going to do is any one that are less than 100, we're going to raise them up. Starting with, by the way, I really like that Milano for 4-star Rocket and Groot. And a couple of them are good. Definitely a few of them are good. Let's level up Atlantis. We just haven't ever raised it up yet. 90,000 red ISO. And the rank 3 here is awesome. You can start with 5 green at the beginning of the match if you get lucky with the 40% chance there. That would be great to unlock that. And it has a synergy perk for, you guessed it, Namor. Let's go down over here. We've got a bunch more level 1s. Let's just run through them really quickly and just do them all. We're spending so much red ISO today. I'm not too worried about it. Might as well start from the back. Yarrow Root's pretty good at building up starting battle in green AP. Oops. Let's see. Web shooters, level them up. So what supports do you guys use on a daily basis? Do you have any lucky level 4, level 3 perks that are awesome? Let me know in the comments below. We're just going to get all these done. Let's see where we're at with the remaining red ISO. There could be situations in these where you don't want to level them up for some reason, but I think for me, these level 2s aren't going to run into any trouble. I need to, yeah, I need to assign that to Loki so I don't forget. And that's it. The 2 stars are done. The 1 stars, I think I only have a couple that aren't leveled. Yep, this one. Synergy perk for Emma Frost. Okay, we've spent all of my red ISO 8. We're down to... Yep, I spent about half of my total. We're down to 1.788 million. And that means I have red ISO. I can't even spend it. That means the developers hopefully can get on a new system to earn more supports or whatever. They do have the idea for us to be pulling support tokens as we go, and for these 57 tokens, if we get a duplicate of the same tier of a support, you'll earn red ISO because it's a duplicate. If you earn a higher tier support token, then that levels up and unlocks the next perk. That will be great. Since I've got over 50 of the support tokens, I'm thinking there's a very good chance we'll get one, I hope, 4-star support soon. We'll draw that probably in a couple weeks. So I think that's enough for supports, guys. I went on long enough for sure. Let me know anything you're thinking about them, and I'll try to answer any of your questions. There's 45 minutes left in this lightning round. We're going to pause it here, and I'll come back, and we'll finish this out and finish the video there. Okay, everybody, there's about 19 minutes left in the lightning round. I think it's time to jump back in and check it out. There we go. We see that I still have the same number of points. We haven't taken any hits. We've sat basically with that one team out as a searchable team for other opponents, and nobody fought us, so that's great. Let's get into and see where we're at. We're going to clear off the remaining seed teams, and that's of course, but what I like to do is cycle around and find a good target on my open node, the one that isn't a seed team. We're going to find somebody that's worth more than 38 points generally, and so I like to look at 40 plus, because what that means is this person has about the same number of points as me. That's why they're worth 38. 38 is the basically equivalent point value, and it's all relative. So what that means, for example, is I happen to have 152 points. Look at all these guys that have the same number of points. They're all going to be worth 38 to battle. If you can cycle a skip and find someone else, there we go, 44 points. That means this person has a lot more points than me. They'll be worth 44 to battle. That's great. Let's cycle again. Maybe we'll get another 40 plus here, 49. That's actually a friend. I don't think I'll fight him. And here's another one, 48. That's a really good one to play. That's a very strong kitty to take on. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but if we take a quick look here, this person happens to have climbed to the top of the leaderboard and is shielded, and might even be worth more than the points that we're seeing because of caching, where you basically preload a number of enemies to battle in a row, and I can cover more about that later. So let's consider taking on that battle. That might be a tough one, but let's clear our other nodes here first and go for it. We'll just use, let's stay with Jessica and Bill for a little bit in case people are finding me. We'll clean these up as soon as possible. Using Thanos is a little bit faster, of course, since he takes everybody out right away. Oh, there's a giant extra move down there. Thanks for screaming at me. Come on, Rick. But that was 22 points for a seed team. This one will be worth about 20. Or exactly 20. I know this video's gone on long. Hopefully it's been at least a little bit informative. Maybe if you guys start dabbling in lightning rounds, if you haven't yet before, and you're able to get a little bit of placement, top 100 or better, let me know. That'd be great. So now we're up to 194. Our target range is about 280 or so. That basically means a couple more battles and we should be good. Probably bishop teams are kind of tough. I do like to fight some bishop teams just because I don't want everybody to get a free pass by playing him. Okay, so there we go. That's a lot of points, 58. We might take that team on. And 43. Let's start with this guy. This looks pretty good. We'll use our Thor Okoye team for taking on a Gritty. And now we want to play pretty fast because this thing's ending, and it would help if I could click the right thing. Maybe we want a better team up just in case something gets out of control with strike tiles against us. So after the seed teams, you can plan on playing about 3 or so real matches, I call them. This isn't looking too easy. Let's go here. Maybe we'll get that yellow match of 2 strike tiles. Or if they take them for us, that's fine. Thor helps a lot with shaking up the board. Daredevil can take a little bit of damage, not a lot. Gritty really increases strike tile strength way too much when she, in my opinion, when she's paired with Rocket and Groot. Fair for everyone to do it if you have that team combo, but it's a little overpowered in my opinion. Try to make every match so that Okoye is out in front instead of Thor, so I don't take any active green matches, or red if I can help it. Let's see. I think, what do we want to do? We need to speed this up. Let's just go for that. Okay, so Okoye is down to 31,000 health. Let's play a heal. Maybe they'll take that blue match for me with the strike tile. Nope. 18,000 damage now for each. That's really pretty tough. We have enough to win. Let's use Okoye's piercing throw. Destroy probably these 2 strike tiles. And I normally would try to heal again, but let me think. Yeah, I think we might be able to do it now that those strikes are gone. Get a big match in yellow. A lot of team up on the board. Okoye heals for 27,000 and we get the win. And can move on with only Daredevil taking damage. 42 points gets us to 236. If we get one more good match, we might as well be done. That would take too long, I guess, to take on that Hammercap team. Alright, let's go for it. Can we fight? Man, that's just... There's so much risk in fighting that team just to be on the safe side. And other people are finding our Thor Okoye team now, by the way, since that's the last team we won with. So I need to get one more battle in quickly against a team I could win relatively fast against. That might work, but I'm looking for 40 plus. Alright, we're going to take a risk. Okoye's got 60,000 health. Hopefully we can make this work. Oh, you know what? Let's heal him just in case he has to get out in front. And here we go. Couple different ways to match. I like to start with yellow matches of strike tiles if possible. That gets you the yellow for healing, and of course strike tiles removed as soon as possible. And what to do. Need to start hitting Kitty, get that taken out. Oh man, Okoye is taking too much damage. Look at that. That's a strong Kitty on their team. Now there's an extra move in team up, but I'm not going to do it. I am going to play the heal because you get more health back based on how many team ups are on the board when you play it. Oof, that wasn't enough. That was not enough. What we need is a big match in purple. There it is. So that Daredevil can build up purple and hope to destroy some special tiles from the board. Thor just is so good at building up AP. We get the yellow again. Okoye is at relatively good health. Play red, destroy the strikes. 3 strike tiles gone in one shot is amazing. Be careful against Daredevil. If he gets enough blue, he can stun your team. We've got a bunch of team up. Let's move over here. Oh man, hit the button. There we go. And we get the win. Let's see how many points that was worth. 64 points. Launches us really close there. We get 300 total. Hit the shield button. And we're done. So at the moment we're sitting in 13th place. The shield is on. You can see that next to our name there. When you're finding people to hit, it's very nice to look at the leaderboard and hit people that you've found earlier and kept them on the nodes until and then wait until they shield up. Then it's kind of like free points and they don't have to lose anything. But hit whoever you need. Let's hit the I guess I was gonna say you can hit the pause button and let this thing expire. Well, I think I'll do that since we're getting close, and you'll see how the leaderboard changes. We're in 14th place right now at 300. Right back. Okay, and we're back for the final minute of the lightning round. Let's update our list. We were at 300 in position number 14. We definitely have been passed by a few others now. Let's take a look. Look at that. We avoided a hit from the shield. That's great. And back on the list, we're still in 20th place. Looking like the final minute, we're going to end with the top 25 finish. That's just great. And I wanted to point out, like I said before, when you are cycling on nodes to see who to battle, you cannot come across anyone who is currently shielded. You're not going to find the top few guys here that are shielded. What I meant to say was, as you search through early in the matchup, you are caching people, basically preloading them, and if you happen to have somebody loaded and then they shield later, that's when you can come up with them. There's a lot of caching strategies and stuff that goes on with the game, but there we go. We finished the lightning round. The new one will open in a half hour. That'll be pretty late for me, so I'll probably wait for that, but it takes about a couple minutes to get your rewards. I usually just click around into a couple of other things. I'm currently tanking this bracket to tell my friends when it finishes, so let's just jump in. Tanking means you purposefully lose. I'll explain more about that some other time, but jump into the battle. Retreat for the loss, and what that does is kicks me down to the very bottom of the bracket. That way, that's the only way to see how many people have joined so far. 255 out of 500 have joined so far, and some people have climbed a bit already. Be looking forward to get into the Behold Thanos event very soon. Let's see, where's our rewards for the lightning round? I want to show people how easy it is to get a couple of heroics. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than before, but with our rewards that we added in earlier, we're up to 7 heroics now. We'll get 2 more from the in a minute, and a 1 mighty token. Looking forward to next time. And wish me luck on this Northstar and Friends vault to finish that out, to try to get that Northstar cover. Hit basically everything else around him. we'll get it soon over the next couple of days. All right. And finally, we have finished in a top 25 position, and you'll see we get the ISO 8 reward of 1,000 ISO, 2 heroic tokens, of course, and I usually go for a top 50 finish since I don't need the 1,000 ISO. 500's fine, but hey, claim it, and we are done. Ooh, we avoided another hit there toward the end. That's great. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I know it was a longer video, but I really appreciate you coming along for the viewer luck and everything else. Please hit the MPQ icon you see on the left side of the screen right now to become a subscriber. Really appreciate that. And tell your Alliance mates to check out the channel if you think they will have anything out of it at all. Have a good one. See you next time.